Hello and welcome to TEW 2013. This is my WWE 2006 modded save that I have going on. I think I've been doing it. How long has this been going on? I've been playing on it for a little while here. I think since January, and it's now in week 3 of March. And WrestleMania is pretty close, a couple weeks away. So currently for WrestleMania, I have the following matches booked. Chris Benoit in the SmackDown main event for the World Heavyweight title. Chris Benoit defends the world title against Randy Orton and the Royal Rumble winner. No, I was wrong. Randy Orton defends his World Heavyweight title that he won from Chris Benoit against Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. And Jericho won the Rumble this year. And for the Money in the Bank, I have no idea who's winning this match. I have effectively signed Samoa Joe. I brought him up on the SmackDown roster. He's the current U.S. champ. I re-signed Jeff from TNA. I got Bobby Roode from TNA, brought him straight to the main roster. And out of everyone in this Money in the Bank match, I still have not made up my decision on who will win the Money in the Bank. I don't know. Obviously, in January, since it started, Edge was still Mr. Money in the Bank. I had him cash in, same as he did against Cena, except for this time, he did not drop the belt back to Cena at the Rumble. He pulled a SummerSlam 2006 at the Rumble, cheated to win at the Rumble. He went on to have a match on Raw against Shawn Michaels for the championship, in which he once again cheated to win. And now Cena versus Edge is one of the WrestleMania main events in a TLC match. And by the way, if you haven't discovered already, which you should have, this is in this episode I'm just gonna recap my storylines, what I've done up until now in the save. So if you want to skip that, just go on to the next episode, which should be it's out, and watch from the first booking of Raw that I have on the channel. So next is Kane and the Big Show. They started off as the World Tag Team Champions. I just took the belts off them, put on Lance Kane and Trevor Murdoch, and I am just having them feud. I forget which one of them turned, but one of them turned. And on SmackDown, I brought back the New Age Outlaws in 2006. And on SmackDown, Eminem are the tag team champions, and at WrestleMania they are feuding against the New Age Outlaws. Also on SmackDown, The Undertaker and Mr. Kennedy, WrestleMania. I got Kennedy over pretty hard. So Taker, Kennedy. Kennedy has 2 victories, one on SmackDown television and one at No Way Out, I believe. Yeah, No Way Out. And he goes into WrestleMania 2-0 record against The Undertaker. And the Dudley Boys, who I brought back, versus Cade and Murdoch at WrestleMania for the World Tag Team titles. And I also brought back The Rock. And now the storyline behind this match. On Raw in January, Vince McMahon comes out and announces that WWE has that WWE, half of the promotion, had been sold to someone, and that someone was Donald Trump. Donald Trump came in, he bought half the company. But also, Vince McMahon a week or 2 earlier had fired Eric Bischoff as the general manager of Monday Night Raw. Donald Trump brought back Bischoff. He brought back Eric Bischoff and has been making Vince's life a living hell. Now, the network didn't like, in storyline, the network did not like the randomness of Raw. He didn't like the back and forth between Trump and Vince in the booking, so the network exec brought in someone to take over until this matter has been dealt with, and that man is Stone Cold Steve Austin, who has been the acting authority figure on Raw. At WrestleMania, the match is set. Triple H versus The Rock. Triple H representing Donald Trump, and basically just trying to get the company away from his father-in-law. He thinks his father-in-law is not... He wants a championship match. He was working alongside his father-in-law, but Vince wouldn't give him a title match like he wanted. He sided with Trump, who promised him a title match after Mania if he wins. The Rock, obviously, he's WWE's golden boy. He's going to come in and represent Vince. And the final match that's set for WrestleMania currently is Trish versus Mickie James for the women's title. the women's title. Feels good to be able to say women's title, not Divas title. Feels good. Other than that, there's a few more rivalries that I haven't added to the pre-booking yet, and that's Kurt and Rick, which at this point all that's happened is Ric Flair's challenged Kurt Angle. Another one, Shawn Michaels and CM Punk. CM Punk had a feud for the IC title. He beat Ric Flair for it at the Royal Rumble. He defeated Ric Flair for it to get out, and for Flair's title rematch on Raw, which is now and has been disrespectful since day one coming into the company, which obviously I brought him in a little early than they did in real life. And Shawn Michaels has taken no offense to it after Punk cut some promos on him. Shawn cuts, and that's the storyline there. Let me think. Is there a cruiser? Yeah, the cruiserweight storyline. Obviously, I brought in some these three guys. Christopher Daniels, obviously the number one out of these three guys in terms of popularity instantly. But Aries, Daniels, Bryan, and Cash, that's going to be a fatal four-way. I haven't decided what type of match it's going to be at WrestleMania. Also, on SmackDown, I have rehabbed the Cruiserweight division. Let's see here. Brand SmackDown, Division, Cruiserweight. And currently, the only people on this list that aren't actually in the Cruiserweight division itself, like, the way I've been booking them, is Rey Mysterio, and that might be it. Yeah, Rey Mysterio is the only guy that I haven't actually been booking against other Cruiserweights in the Cruiserweight division. One guy I'm actually trying to build up right now is Alex Shelley. He's had some great matches, and I'm building him up pretty strongly. Aries actually is less over than Alex Shelley, but Chavo, who I brought in from Raw, who I think is probably the most over. Nah, Daniels is still more over than Chavo, and obviously Ray is. But as I said, I'm not really billing him as a cruiserweight at this moment. Matt Hardy too. Matt Hardy is in the division as well. Although, once again, Matt Hardy is one of those guys that, like, almost like Ray, but I'm still kind of using him in the division, but not really. But it's like, he was the Cruiserweight champion when the save starts, but I've been, like, slowly moving him away from that. I haven't actually been on the save in a good week, so I'm curious to see who they say is my top stars here. The Rock, Taker, Edge, who I'm surprised he made the top 5. Look at that. Shawn and Triple H. And how over is Edge right now? He's pretty over. How's he compared to Cena? Cena's not that. I think I've kind of heard his popularity by having him lose to Edge a couple times. His top 10 matches, his top one is with Edge at the Rumble. Match history, he won the Chamber. Edge, wait, no, that's the 6-man before the Chamber. He won the Chamber. Edge beat him, and the next night on Raw, he was in a pre-show match, but he was still on the show. I know he was. He defeated Punk in a good match. Edge defeated him at Royal Rumble by cheating. Then Cena went on a tear, defeated Kurt, Carlito, then R-Truth a couple of times, who I brought in early as R-Truth. I don't remember who all I have brought into the company. Worker signings. Me, Frank Kazarian. I brought in A-Train. Oh, I brought in Lesnar, but I'm not debuting him back until after Mania. Tajiri. Bunch of cruiserweight guys. I brought in Don Callis to be the manager for Umaga, but other than that, I brought Deuce and Domino up on SmackDown, and instead of Cherry, I put the beautiful people, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, them. But I think that's it for now, and just showing you around the save. So enjoy the next episode of Monday Night Raw.